There was a time when finishing a game meant something.
Greatness from small beginnings.
It wasn't just reaching the credits, but that the experience lingered even after you turn off the console. Sitting there in silence, still half inside that world. The music, the atmosphere, the characters, they stayed with you. Not as a product, but as a memory. But somewhere along the way, that feeling began to fade. And around 2022, personally, you could really feel the shift. More games began launching not as complete experiences, but as ongoing services. Major studios stopped listening to their communities, doubling down on design choices that were clearly built to retain players, not fulfill them. Every big release felt like it came with strings attached, seasonal roadmaps, live events, endless grind paths, all under the guise of more content. Now, this isn't to say that innovation stopped, or that every game is hollow, because there's incredible work still being done. But it's become increasingly clear that somewhere between creative ambition and corporate strategy, the heart of gaming got caught in the crossfire. This is everything wrong with modern gaming. The game that never ends. One of the clearest signs of that shift is how modern games treat the idea of completion. In the past, a great game knew how to end.
It's over. We won. For now.
It knew how to bring your journey to a close, to leave you with something. But now, most games are designed to keep you in a loop, not because the narrative demands it, but because the system does.
Upgrade the Battle Pass to get 100 total rewards, and this is just the beginning.
You don't finish the game, you finish the Battle Pass, then the seasonal unlocks, then the prestige tier, and before you know it, what started as an adventure has turned into a calendar. What's even worse is that some of this design is disguised as content, but content without intention isn't satisfying, it's exhausting. Compare that to something like Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, it had repetition. Clear out enemy camps, collect resources, explore the map, but it was grounded in purpose. Each step felt like it brought you closer to something meaningful. Mechanics were engaging, the world rewarded your curiosity, and your actions had weight. That's the difference. Modern design often doesn't trust you to walk away satisfied because keeping you playing is more valuable than letting you go fulfilled. The art of emptiness. One of the most common defenses of modern games is that they're more advanced than ever. From a technical standpoint, that's absolutely true. Visuals have never looked better, animations are more lifelike, environments are breathtaking in scale and detail, but visual fidelity doesn't create legacy. Emotion does.
I'm good for it.
We've reached a point where entire studios are built around pushing graphical boundaries, yet the games they produce often feel forgettable just weeks after launch. The worlds are beautiful, yeah, but beauty without substance is just decoration. The titles that stay with players aren't the ones that look the best, they're the ones that feel the best. Uncharted, Black Ops 1, Arkham City, these weren't technical marvels by today's standards, but they had heart, they had identity.
You have no honor, and you are a slave to it.
See, it's not that modern games can't do the same, it's that they're not always trying to. They forget that the most powerful part of a game isn't what's on screen, it's what stays with you after you put the controller down. Follow the money. But if you really want to understand what's going wrong with modern gaming, follow the money. Games today aren't just designed to entertain, they're designed to monetize, and not once, but continuously. We've normalized $70 base prices, followed by deluxe editions, battle passes, cosmetics, boosters, early access fees, and in some cases even broken content sold as features. Some titles feel less like games and more like storefronts disguised as entertainment. Take the Call of Duty franchise. Once known for its iconic identity, Black Ops and Modern Warfare were distinct worlds with their own style, tone, and mechanics. Now it's all blended together, a brand melting into itself. Operators, skins, collabs all dumped into one massive, always online blender. And somehow, while the content increases, the soul feels thinner than ever. And it's not just Call of Duty. Overwatch 2 promised to build on the legacy of its predecessor, new campaign, fresh direction. Instead, it killed the original, scrapped key features, and locked new heroes behind grind-heavy paywalls. What we got wasn't a sequel, it was a monetization model with a game wrapped around it. Even games with great foundations like Black Ops 6 are weighed down by systems built to retain, upsell, and extract. You see, it's not that making money is wrong, but somewhere along the way, making money became the goal, and making a meaningful game became optional. A lost era. You can feel the difference when you look back. There was a time when buying a game meant owning a complete experience. No roadmaps, no paywalls, no waiting for Season 2. You got what the developers made, and if it was great, it stayed with you. The PS3 and Xbox 360 era wasn't perfect, but it had presence.
It's this holiday season's must-have.
Xbox 360.
Uncharted gave you a sense of discovery. Black Ops 1 pulled you into a conspiracy you couldn't escape. Arkham City turned a comic book into a living, breathing nightmare. And when the credits rolled, you felt something. Something real, something final. Today, that feeling is harder to find because many modern games aren't designed to be remembered. They're designed to be consumed. And when you're done consuming, they give you just enough dopamine to keep you going, not enough to feel complete. Even the challenges feel different. Older games respected your intelligence. They trusted you to experiment, to explore, to get stuck, and to figure it out. Today, it's markers, trackers, hand-holding, engagement systems, SPMM, as if players can't be trusted to think anymore. It's not about difficulty, it's about respect. And that's been lost too. Change. But here's the truth. Modern gaming isn't hopeless. There are studios that still get it. For example, Capcom has been on a streak, delivering tight, focused games that remember what fun actually means. Nintendo, for all its flaws, still produces experiences that spark wonder. Indie developers are constantly punching above their weight class, creating stories and systems that AAA studios wouldn't dare risk. So no, gaming isn't dead, but parts of it are fading, because the industry has forgotten something important. A great game doesn't need to last forever. It doesn't need 5 battle passes, a rotating store, or an always online connection. It needs to matter for however long it chooses to exist. We don't need more content, we need better content. We need stories that stick, mechanics that flow, characters that leave something behind. And maybe, most of all, we need to remember that a game should make you feel something even after it's over. Gaming used to end with satisfaction. Now it ends in burnout. So unless something changes, that burnout will stick around longer than the games themselves.